So I've been hitting on so many different older iPhones this year, and as I mentioned, when you get an older iPhone, the things that Apple will do to these older iPhones sometimes is weird, but they support these iPhones for a long time, and that makes me really happy about it. Now with an iPhone like the iPhone 8 Plus, when this phone first came out, I really didn't see the point of buying it, considering that the iPhone 10 was just a little bit more expensive, and you could pretty much buy a much better phone that's going to last much longer. But now, as I've been kind of using the iPhone 8 Plus, and I've been comparing it to the iPhone 10, I really do think that the iPhone 8 Plus is a much better phone now than when it first came out. And as the future of the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 10 kind of grow, I kind of do think that the iPhone 8 Plus is sitting at a very interesting spot, mostly because the rumors of the iPhone SE, interestingly enough, that iPhone is still going to have a home button, that possibly the iPhone 8 Plus's body could be reincarnated as well into a bigger iPhone SE. These things are making the iPhone 8 Plus kind of still appear as a newer device, which is very interesting. But the biggest thing about the iPhone 8 Plus are its price drops. This device is still cheaper than the iPhone 10, which is understandable because it was a cheaper phone at that point. But I'm talking like $50 to $60 cheaper in so many different areas that I looked at. If I kind of did the average price on eBay, average price on so many other websites, I'm kind of seeing a reoccurring trend that the iPhone 8 Plus is a really good deal. And when you consider the fact that the iPhone 8 Plus and the iPhone 10 are almost exactly the same phone, you're getting it for much cheaper on the iPhone 8 Plus, it really makes it seem like a better phone in my opinion. Now, I will still recommend buying an iPhone 10. I still feel like that phone has a lot more capability, a lot more quality, and it is the more premium phone that has, I think a better feeling to it. But again, the internals are almost exactly the same on both. And on top of that, the iPhone 8 Plus, for it still having a home button and everything, it's definitely a dated phone, but it doesn't feel and perform like a super outdated or slow phone anymore, and I think that's never been more apparent. When I installed iOS 15 on it, it really hasn't been that great, but out of all of my iOS 15 devices, there's a handful of devices that have been performing fairly smooth, and the iPhone 8 Plus is actually one of those. It's definitely not smoother than what it was on iOS 14, but when I compare an iPhone 8 Plus to an iPhone 11, my iPhone 11 is still very smooth and very fast, but my iPhone 8 Plus gives me a more stable experience. I've had a lot more app crashes on something like an iPhone 11 or even like my iPhone 11 Pro than my iPhone 8 Plus, which is so crazy. So I'm not here to say that, buy an iPhone 8 Plus over the iPhone 11 or iPhone 11 Pro or iPhone 10. But I think in this day and age, it's actually very interesting how well an iPhone 8 Plus is doing in this day and age. I still think if you own an iPhone 8 Plus, I would highly recommend keeping it. I wouldn't necessarily feel the urge to go to an iPhone 13 right now, but do keep in mind that phones like the iPhone 11 are great stepping stones from an iPhone 8 Plus, but I still think if you own an iPhone 8 Plus, man, you can't really go wrong with that phone, and I do think it's actually a pretty solid phone when it comes down to it in 2022. So that pretty much covers it out there. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.